wait. This isn't going to work. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were then, the military were formed into battle divisions. There was the Anders divisions, there were two Polish divisions were there, and the civilian all were taken from this Russian eastern countries in Asia, and they were sent to Palestine. And that's how my grandmother and my aunt and the family wound up in Israel later.
I lost concentration there because Eitan called. So they took the thing from Louvre to Siberia, we think.
Either Siberia or
And
it
then
wasn't northern Siberia. It was Asian Russia.
Right. Okay. So I'm sorry.
Russian Asia.
So that was the whole family, and then Nathan got put into prison somehow.
Yes,
Do
and
we
I don't
know how?
what for.
Yeah, and we don't know how.
Yeah, could have been for handling. Sometimes, maybe he was bartering or something. That would be a crime. I have no idea what for.
And then what happened to Ruja and Moshe?
No, they stayed wherever they were.
And then how did they get to Israel? I'm sorry, I missed
No,
that.
to Israel they were transferred then. There was all the people that were there deported, the Polish people, not refugees but deportees. The army went and joined the Polish, there were two Polish divisions that were formed there that participated in fighting, one in Italy and one in France. They participated, they became part of the Allies.
Right.
The Poland was on the side of the Allies.
I know
actually
that.
at the beginning. So the men of military age were put in the army, and some of them already were in the army. They were taken, but if they were in the proper age, they went into the military, and the women and children stayed in Palestine. And I don't know really about everybody. Some people might have gone to England or other places from Palestine, but this way, to go to Palestine, they didn't need ships. They just went on by land from Asia to Israel.
Got it. And then what was the name of the grandmother that went with them?
Ernestine.
And
E-R-N, in Polish it would be Y-N-A, and Ernestina.
So that was Nathan's mother, Ernest,
and my father's mother.
the one who
This
owned
was my grandmother.
the one who owned the inn.
The inn and the little inn with sleeping for it was a small hotel.
She went with Ruja to Palestine.
Yeah, they were moved. It wasn't really, they didn't go. They were just transported. Just.
And it was only the three of them? Because what?
And Machi. I don't know how many people there were.
No, but I mean from your family. Because what was Chocha Lola? How she was related?
Is completely different.
Okay. So from your father's family, those are the three that got to Israel.
Chocha Lola was married to my mother's uncle.
Okay. All right.
And she was in Tarnopol. That's actually, they were instrumental, not instrumental, but they lived in Tarnopol even before my father did.
And what was Lola's husband's name?
Ignacy
That was the one.
Herscher.
That's the one that was okay. All right.
That was the one that.
That was an important guy for you.
Somewhat, but yeah. Probably the two important people when I was a boy, and I think was Ignacy and this friend of the family. Probably this friend of the family spent more time with me than my father or Ignacy.
How
He
come?
was a pretty good guy. He was.
Why did he spend more time with than anybody else?
What?
Why did he spend more time with you than anybody
He
else?
had time. He was a judge and he lived next to me. He lived in the same apartment where I did. So he was telling me things and you see, my dad normally would come home for dinner, which was in the middle of the day, and then would go back to take a nap and go back to the office, would come in the later, probably after 5 o'clock or around 6 o'clock, and then around 8 o'clock, he would, and my mother would go to the Intelligentsia Club to play bridge there, because there was nothing to do really. There was no television, and they went to movies occasionally, but not as much. From the whole family, I'm probably the one that was going more to the movies than anybody, because Zosia's the principal of her high school, a woman, had very tough rules, and there were some movies that she didn't allow.
Oh, wow.
That was a girls' high school, and you were not allowed to go to see certain movies. You also were not allowed to walk just one boy and one girl. You had to have 2 girls and 1 boy. That never prevented them from much, because I think in the 8th grade one of the girls became pregnant, but that's a separate issue.